So how do you get a famous YouTuber to collaborate with you if you just have a small channel? Well, I guess that depends on what you consider famous and who that YouTuber actually is. In my case, it was a guy by the name of Brian G. Johnson. Brian literally wrote the book on how to grow a YouTube channel.
Tube Ritual, Volume 1.
And he's respected in the YouTube community not only by his followers, but by his peers alike. Brian is the kind of guy who gets requests all the time to do collaborations with all sorts of people. And he works with some really well-known people in the industry like TubeBuddy and Morning Fame.
So I am working with Nico at Morning Fame. I've had a lot of input on the keyword research tool as well as the velocity tab, and a lot of how Morning Fame, which is a tool for YouTubers, really operates, and it's so gratifying to be able to do that. I also work with TubeBuddy. I was contacted by Phil, the CEO, and he reached out and wanted to know if I'd like to stream on the TubeBuddy channel. And today I do a number of things with TubeBuddy. Amazing.
So how does a guy like me who barely has 500 subscribers on his channel get a guy like Brian to say yes to a full-scale collaboration? Well, I'll tell you how I did it. First off, my name is Daniel. I'm a 51-year-old general contractor from the New England seacoast. I'm a single dad with a 12-year-old boy, and we have a channel named Extreme Food Reviews. But that doesn't pay the bills. This does. I'm also a musician. Kind of. Anybody who's ever played an instrument is a musician, I suppose, and my days of playing professionally have long since passed. I've always said I love the music industry if it weren't for the musicians. In my experience, they're moody and temperamental, type A personality, egocentric, sensitive, delusional, ultra-competitive, and I'm just talking about me. I never really wanted to be any of that. All I wanted to do was to make music. I just like making songs. I still get musical ideas a lot, and what I'll do is I'll carry my phone along with me, and if I get an idea, I'll just sing into my phone. And in this instance, I had this idea for this musical number, and I actually sang it into my phone. We're gonna trigger the algorithm. Trigger the algorithm. Trigger the algorithm. It needs work. When I was a kid, they used to have these educational cartoons on that were called Schoolhouse Rock, and they would do this short little musical numbers that were filled with information. And I thought it would be fantastic if I made some music and Brian dropped some of his logic on top of it, and we could do our own version of Schoolhouse Rock. Sort of a tube house rock, if you will. I thought in my head that this could transfer over to YouTube. It made sense to me. I somehow needed to convince Brian to be on board with this crazy idea. So the first thing I did was to ask Brian if he wanted to do a musical collaboration. Big mistake.
Daniel first approached me about doing the collab. I think I told that story. I was like, I'm not sure what you got.
He asked me to pitch it to him right then and there. I wasn't ready to. I was not prepared properly.
I don't know how good your music is. I know that sounds really complicated.
He's not a musician. He didn't really know me, and I had a tiny channel on YouTube where we ate tarantulas and hot sauce.
I know I can make my own videos, so thank you for reaching out. Maybe we'll do something in the future, but right now I don't see it. So it was a no because Daniel wasn't clear, and he didn't make it easy for me to understand like what the heck this thing was gonna be.
Nothing that I was thinking in my head at this point would make much sense to anybody but me. I needed to suss out my idea and get a proper presentation put together if I were to have any shot at getting this thing to happen. There was a strong possibility I had already blown it. You usually don't get a second chance at an opportunity.
I'm not gonna take the time to figure it out because I can already create and publish videos on my own that grow my channel. So you've got to be super clear and you've got to come up with a really cool concept for a video.
I knew what I needed to do. I needed to build my song. Maybe not the whole song, but I needed to write and record just enough to show Brian what was in my head. I was missing the single most important thing, the hook. I had the idea, but I didn't have that. I didn't have the hook. So armed with a drum machine and a cheap bass guitar that still had the same strings on it from when I bought it in 1992, and a cheap acoustic guitar that I pretty much got for free, I started to work on that track. It took a while, but I came back more prepared the next time, and I decided to ask him again.
Now, when he took the time to actually make a little part of a song, when he got the chorus together,
and I dropped that chorus on him.
Trigger the algorithm, trigger the algorithm. Take the advice he's given, so you can trigger the algorithm.
I was sold, bam, immediately. What the? I just dropped the F-bomb. Did you make that? That was the greatest thing. Oh my God, that was so great.
I got him. That was crazy enough, but where it went from there is just insane.
What's up, rock stars?
There is so much more to this story than I can fit in just one video. Do me a favor, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell, and I promise you we'll finish this conversation. Peace.
Trigger the algorithm. Trigger the algorithm.